Welcome back, I'm Sean, and today we're checking out another open ear headphones that, to be honest, it's one of the best build I've seen in an open ear headphones in a long time. Let's see how does it perform, so let's check it out. So the OWS Sport today was sent over to me by Oladance for review, but this is not a sponsored post and my review will be based on my honest and unbiased opinion. And if you're new here, I would appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you won't miss any future tech reviews. So this headphone comes in at a price of $180 or 880 Malaysian ringgit and competes in the realm of bone conduction headphones such as Shocks. But of course with the open air conduction technology, it'll sound a lot better than bone conduction headphones as well. So if you're interested in buying one, do check out my links below. So this headphone here is super well built and it also looks beautiful with all the different colors that it comes with, but I think the color in yellow grey is the perfect color for these headphones. So one thing also with these headphones is that Oladance gives you a super high quality hard case that comes with a felt material, and even the zip is like super over engineered. So everything in this case is just shouting quality. So inside of the case, you don't only have space to put your headphones in this cradle, and there's also a flap here that you can use to keep your charging cables inside so you won't lose it anytime you bring it around. So to be honest, the material of the headset here is very smooth and comfortable silicone material that sits very comfortably around your neck. The band here is flexible and can flex and twist however you want it, and it makes a very comfortable headset to use. And on the side here, you also see the Oladance logo in the same color scheme that you chose. So one thing I like about this is that they did not put all the controls here, rather it's all in the front of the headphones here. So at the both sides here, you can see that there are controls, which is a more natural place for you to control your headphones rather than right at the back here. So below that is also a magnetic charging port to charge up your headphones. So to be honest, I really love the design and this color plate here in the front here with the brand logo there. Kind of makes it look a little bit like a Lamborghini. There's also a grille at the bottom here that hides the microphone system. And at the back here, this is where you get the huge speaker grille that aims audio directly into your ear canals, which is fantastically designed. So as mentioned, on each side of the air conduction unit are also buttons to control your headphones. So the buttons are a little bit small for my fat fingers, but it's clearly separated and labeled, so very easy to use. So you have your volume controls, your track skipping controls here, you have your play pause, and on the other side is where you get your multifunction button, which you can also customize inside the app itself for single, double and triple tap. So from a battery life perspective, you're getting quite a good amount of battery from a single charge, and Oladance rates it at about 15 hours of battery life with a moderate volume level and using the standard AAC codec, and you also get to charge the headphones up in roughly 1.5 hours. So from a volume standpoint, there's two sides of the coin here, and let's go from the regular route where most of you will be using your phone. So in the case of the iPhone, I get to a comfortable listening volume at only 65% volume, which is not the loudest, but comparing to many open ear headphones or bone conduction headphones, this is pretty good performance, and I get to a loud volume at around 100% on the iPhone. And it is quite pushing the headphones because I can hear the drivers distorting at this volume. So with Android or my DAP, volume here is very good surprisingly, and I get to a comfortable listening volume at only 40%, and I get to that same loud volume on my iPhone at only 80% on Android, and I honestly wouldn't push it past 80%. But funnily, how the volume behaves in two different OS is quite interesting. So features on these headphones is also top notch for an air conduction headphones, and you're getting quite a lot from it. So for starters, you're going to get a Qualcomm chipset here supporting Bluetooth 5.1 with aptX HD codec, AAC and SBC codec. So this is somewhat an almost high-res headphones, and if you listen to it with the codec plus some high-res FLAC files, man, this headphone sounds good. So the headphones also supports an IPX8 water resistant rating, so you're going to get maximum performance against sweat, rain and basically any water sports you can throw at it, and it'll honestly survive. Just don't bring the headphones swimming. Oladance also says that they have included windproof technology, and it does sound pretty nice, and I don't experience any issue even at high wind situations. They almost mentioned that there is ultra minimal sound leakage from these headphones, and from my test on Android, when playing anything less than 80%, person next to you is not going to hear anything, but at 100% you do get some minimal sound leakage. So these headphones also support a 2-device multipoint. Again, you won't be able to use multipoint if you set it to support Qualcomm aptX HD. The multi-point works seamlessly here, and once you pause the media on the first device, then only it will switch to the second device instantaneously, which is pretty nice. So the Oladance app is also really solid and easy to use, and in the first page here you get a picture of your headphones and also in the color scheme that you chose, which looks really nice, and you do get a battery indicator percentage here and also 3 different controls. Under touch controls, this is where you can swipe around to adjust the multifunction button to select what you want to do with single tap, double tap or triple tap, and you can also do this both for music and calls. Under the tuning button, you can also adjust it in 4 different EQ selections, including default, surging bass, pure voice, and also a custom 5-band EQ. Under the settings button, you get to adjust all the same things, but including the function selection button to choose between multipoint or aptX HD. You also get to update the firmware when there is a new one, and Oladance will prompt you to update the headphones. So from my test, there are 2 different types of sound signature found with these headphones, and the first one is with my iPhone running, I presume, AAC codec, and to be honest, it's not the best sounding combo with this headphones. So audio sounds muffled, it sounds like it lacks kind of definition, or overall feels like it's tuned towards to be more bass focused where the mids and highs are toned down. I know this is not what Oladance will put out, so I went ahead and tested with my DAP with Qualcomm aptX HD codec. And man, this whole sound signature just turned 360 degrees. So audio definition suddenly felt extremely high quality and high resolution. Partly I'm also running all my high-res FLAC files here, which honestly brings out the best in any headphones. Bass is pretty solid, it hums but not that hard. Sub-bass is honestly not there for most songs, but it gives you a decent enough bass hit. So mids is like listening to a whole different headphones. Now it's clear, it's sharp, high resolution, and vocals just pop so nicely. So highs here is also not as great as the mids. You get that clarity, but it's definitely not the standout frequency from my test. All in all, when all the frequencies come together, these headphones definitely sounds pretty good for an open air conduction headphones. So this is the test to see if the Oladance OWS Sport is a good headphone for making phone calls. So this is me speaking in a relatively quiet environment, and this is the call quality that you can expect. So what I'm going to do now is to turn on a simulated background noise so you can hear a difference. So now there's a simulated background noise playing in the background, and this is the call quality that you can expect from these headphones. So what do you think of the call quality? Let me know in the comment section down below. So latency is not the strong suit of these headphones, and frankly I hope it could be tuned better. But if you game with these headphones like games like PUBG, you will see quite a lag between audio and visual, and it's roughly around 1 bullet late usually. So watching movies fortunately looks pretty solid on these headphones, and I don't notice much delay. Anyways, let's take a look at the latency performance of this headset. So what do you think about these headphones? Is it everything that you're dreaming of? I think it's got its pros and cons, and in my test, if you're using iOS, somehow the tuning of the audio is not top-notch, but I'm sure this can be updated in a future firmware update. But if you can leverage on the Qualcomm aptX HD codec, I think you won't be disappointed. And I let my wife listen to this, and she said that she got goosebumps running up her arms. So let me know what you think about these headphones in the comments below. So that is it for this review. If you find this video helpful, smash the thumbs up button, share this video everywhere, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.